You are not in danger right now. You know that. And yet something in you is always scanning. The room you are sitting in is safe. No predators, no threats. Nothing is coming for you. But your body does not entirely believe that. There is a part of your brain that has never stopped watching the tree line. A part that was built for a world where something could kill you at any moment. And that part is still running. Right now. In the background. Every single second. It has been running for 200 million years. Long before you existed, long before your species existed, your distant ancestors lived in a world where danger was everywhere and constant. Predators did not announce themselves. They waited. They came from behind. They came at night. They came when you were distracted or tired or alone. And the animals that survived were not the strongest. They were the most alert. The ones whose nervous systems treated every shadow as a potential threat. The ones who startled first and asked questions later. You are descended from those animals. Every single one of your ancestors survived long enough to reproduce, and the system that kept them alive is inside you, fully intact, running the same ancient code it has always run. Neuroscientist Joseph Ledoux spent decades mapping the fear circuitry of the brain. What he found changes how you understand every moment of anxiety you have ever felt. At the center of your brain sits a small, almond-shaped structure called the amygdala. It is your threat detection system, and it is fast. Faster than thought, faster than reason, faster than you. When your senses pick up anything that resembles danger, a sudden movement, a loud noise, a face that looks angry, the amygdala fires before your conscious mind has even registered what happened. It sends an alarm signal to your body in milliseconds. Heart rate up, muscles tensed, breathing shallow, pupils wide. Your body is preparing to fight or run before you have decided there is anything to fight or run from. Ledoux called this the low road, a direct pathway from your senses to your threat system, bypassing the thinking brain entirely. It exists because in the ancient world, the cost of a false alarm was nothing. You startled at a rustling leaf and looked foolish for a second. But the cost of a missed alarm was death. Your brain learned to err on the side of fear. Always. Without exception. That bias is still calibrated for the savannah. It does not know you live in an apartment. It does not know that the loud noise was a door, not a predator. It treats a stressful email the same way it would treat a lion. It reads a tense conversation the same way it would read an ambush. The threat system cannot tell the difference between physical danger and social danger. To your amygdala, being rejected from a group feels the same as being left alone in the dark. Psychologist Martin Seligman identified something he called preparedness theory. The idea is that humans are not equally afraid of everything. We are preloaded with certain fears. Snakes, spiders, heights, darkness, angry faces, being watched. These are not random. Every single one of them corresponds to a genuine threat that killed your ancestors for millions of years. You do not need to be bitten by a snake to fear snakes. The fear came pre-installed at birth. But here is the part that matters for your daily life. That same pre-installed system now misfires constantly. Because the world you live in does not match the world the system was built for. Your amygdala cannot distinguish between a predator and a performance review, between a snake and a social media notification, between a darkened cave and a darkened room where you cannot sleep because your mind will not stop running threat simulations. That 3 a.m. spiral you know so well, that is your threat detection system running with no real target. It is scanning for danger it cannot find, so it manufactures it. It replays conversations. It constructs worst-case scenarios. It finds every possible thing that could go wrong and holds it up for inspection. Not because you are broken, because you are running ancient survival software in a modern world that never gives it the all-clear signal. Researcher Arnie Oman studied what happens in the brain when people are shown threatening images at speeds too fast for conscious perception. Images flashed so quickly that people could not report seeing them. And yet, The amygdala responded. It fired. The threat system activated before the conscious mind had any awareness of the stimulus at all. Your brain is watching for danger even when you do not know it is watching, even when you are certain you are relaxed. This is why you flinch before you hear the bang, why you sense someone staring before you turn and confirm it, why your body tightens in certain spaces before your mind has given you a reason. You have a threat detection system running beneath your awareness, constantly sampling the environment, constantly asking one single question: is something coming for me? The answer in your life is almost certainly no, but the system does not take your word for it. It keeps asking anyway. And here is the strange gift buried inside all of this. That system is also why you are still here. Every time it misfired, every time it cost your ancestors a moment of unnecessary fear, it also kept them alive. The brain that was always slightly afraid, always slightly on edge, always scanning, that brain survived. Yours did too. You are not anxious because something is wrong with you. You are anxious because something went very right for a very long time. You are the living result of millions of years of successful threat detection. Every nightmare, every startle, every 3 a.m. spiral is the receipt for your survival. The tree line is empty now. Nothing is coming. But the part of your brain that watches it has no way of knowing that. It was never told how the story ends. It only knows how to keep watching. And so it does. It watches for you. Every single second. Just in case.